Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to talk about lesson 4 in topic 1. Identify parts of an expressions. At the end of this lesson, inshallah, you will be able to identify these words, term and coefficient. But before we get started, do you know what type of these two mathematical expressions? The first one here is called numerical expression, and the second one is algebraic expression. Because as you know, in the algebraic expression we have at least one variable and one operation, and here we have the variable y and addition operation. We talked before about variable, which is a letter or symbol that represented an unknown quantity. So y here in our algebraic expression is the variable. But what about number 3 here? Number 3 here is a coefficient. And the coefficient is a number that is multiplied by a variable. Can you identify the variable and the coefficient in this expression? The variable here is the unknown quantity, which is n. And the coefficient is the number that multiplied by a variable, which is 6. Identify the variable and the coefficient in this algebraic expression. We have here 12r plus r divided by 2 minus 9. So the coefficient is a number that is multiplied by a variable. So here we have 12 is multiplied by a variable, so 12 here is a coefficient. And what about the variable? The variable is symbol that represented unknown quantity, which is here r. Now, do you know how are a variable and the coefficient related? The variable and the coefficient is multiplied by each other. So we have 12r, that means we have 12 times r. So here we have the product of 12r. We say the product because 12 multiplied by r. Now let's talk about the operations in this algebraic expression. How many different operations are used in this expression? We have here 4 operations. The first one here is multiplication of operation in the product 12r, because as you know 12r is 12 multiplied by r. So we have multiplication operation and addition operation. And look at here, we have r out of 2. R out of 2 mean what? r divided by 2. So we have here the quotient r out of 2, which is r is the dividend, divide 2, and 2 here is the divisor. Then we have subtraction. So we have here how many operations? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 operations. Now, let's move on to know how many terms does the expression have. Terms? What the meaning of terms, teacher? Terms here is the parts of the expression that's separated by plus or minus. Concentrate, separated by plus or minus. So we have here how many parts or how many terms that's separated by plus or minus. We have the first term 12r, and here we have the second term r out of 2, and the third term number 9. So we have 3 terms. So again, what meaning of terms? The terms is a part of the expression that's separated by addition and subtraction. A term also can be contain one or more variables, like this term 3ab. We have here 3 is the coefficient and 2 variables. So this is one term, okay? This term has 2 variables a and b and 1 coefficient, and all of these factors are multiplied by each other. 3ab, that means 3 times a times b. After you identify the meaning of terms, do you know here which term of the expression is a product or two factors? First, before to answer this question, we have to know where is the multiplication operation, in which term. So here we have a multiplication operation, 12 times r. So the product here is 12r. And which term of the expression is the quotient? Also think about it. The quotient mean, it's the answer of a division operation. So where's the division operation here in the terms? The division operation here in the second term. So the quotient is r out of 2. Let's revise some mathematical vocabulary we are used in this expression. But first, let's remember together how many operations here in this expression. We have 4 operations: multiplication, addition, division, subtraction. And how many terms? Remember with me the definition of terms. It's the part of the expression that separated by minus or plus. So we have here 3 terms: 12r, the second term r out of 2, the third term is 9. And the term which has the product or two factors is the first term, has 12r. 12r is a product because we multiply 12 times r. And the term which has the quotient is the second term, which is r out of 2. And quotient here is r divided by 2. r is the dividend and 2 is the divisor. Time to practice. Open your book page 27. In exercise 3 and 4, use the expression y out of 4 plus 12.5 minus 7z. Exercise 3. How many terms does the expression have? Let's remember together what is the definition of terms. The definition of terms mean the part of the expression that's separated by and at the minus or plus. So how many terms here? We have here 1, 2, 3 terms. So we have 3 terms. Exercise 4. Which part of the expression is a product or is a product of two factors? Remember what I mean of product? Product mean we have two factors multiplied by each other. So where are the factors here which multiplied by each other? In which term? The first or the second or the third? Look at here. The third term has a product 7z. And what about the 7? The first factor 7 is called coefficient. And what about z here is the variable. So we have two factors or product 7z. Independent practice page 27. In exercise 5 to exercise 8, tell how many terms each expression has. Exercise 5. 5 minus g. As you know, minus separate by 2 terms here. So we have here 2 terms. The first term is 5. The second term is g. So we have 2 terms. Exercise 6. 3 plus half b. Plus here separate between 2 terms. The first is 3. The second is the product half b. So we have 2 terms. Exercise 7. We have v out of 3 plus 2 times 5. Here this dot mean multiply. So here, as you know, plus separate by 2 terms. The first term is v out of 3 or the quotient v out of 3. And the second term is the product 2 times 5. 2 factors 2 and 5. So we have 2 terms. Exercise 8. 16.2 minus, look at this, parentheses, we have here an operation. 3 times 4. This dot mean times, so we have here the product of 3 and 4. Plus 14 divided by 2. So we have here how many terms? Concentrate on plus and minus, because plus and minus separate by the terms. We have here minus and plus. So we have 1, 2, 3 terms. Let's open page 28, exercise 16, higher order thinking. Write a numerical expression with a value of 45. The expression must include at least 3 terms, 1 power, and 1 set of parentheses. Okay, before we solve this exercise, we have to remember together, what is the meaning of numerical expression? Its expression has numbers without variables, okay? That's good. So I need here to put an expression which equals to 45. And this expression must include at least 3 terms. So I'm gonna put 3 terms here. This expression must include at least 3 terms, one of them 1 power and 1 set of parentheses. So let's put here a power and here parentheses. And don't forget what's separate between the terms minus or plus. So I'm gonna think about power. Here I can put here 3 to the second power, give me 9, plus here which operation I want to put in this parentheses. I'm gonna put here division operation, which is 84 divided by 2. So 84 divided by 2 equals what? Equals 42. So 9 plus 42 equals what? 9 plus 42 equals 51. My number here, my expression here give me number more than 45. So I have to add or subtract from 51 to reach to 45. I have to subtract. So the operation here is subtraction. 51 minus what equals 45? Minus 6. By the way, you can write any expression you want. But first you have to put 3 terms and one of them power and the second parenthesis. But at the end, when you evaluate it, you have to get 45. Exercise 17, Common Core Assessment, page 28. Use the expression below to complete the table. The first column lists parts of the expression: variable, difference, product, constant, numerical value. Identify the parts of the expression that correspond to the descriptions to complete the table. Look at here. We have the first one. He asked about the variable. And as you know, variable mean a letter or symbol represent unknown quantity, which is here, it's y. The difference mean the solution of subtraction operation. So where is the subtraction operation here? Subtraction operation is 4 minus 2. What about the product? The product is the solution of multiplication operation. Where is the multiplication operation here? Look, we have y divided by 3, and here 3 beside directly this parenthesis. So 3 here actually is multiplied by 4 minus 2. So the product here of the two factors, the first factor is 3 and the second factor 4 minus 2, the quantity of 4 minus 2. So we have the product is 3 multiplied by the quantity of 4 minus 2. Constant numerical value, it's 5.5. It's constant, we can't change it.